Hello everyone, I'm back from my European tour with my final show in Ibiza, which is in España. That's Spanish for Spain. For those of you who don't know who the hell I am, they call me Little Ginger. First of all, I'm sorry for my appearance, looking like a corporate spokespuppet. This is my business attire. Some of you know I have a business now, Culture Puppets. Do you like your team, hire a puppet, address culture issues. Yeah, that. Can we get back to the other one? I was going to wear my $1,200 spirit robe that I got at Garrison's last clothing swap, but then I remembered to actually change my clothing, I have to take my arms off. So, no. I'm only held together with safety pins, but it still hurts like the dickens. Where was I? Oh yes. Happy New Year! I'm here to offer a theme for 2025. Innocence.
Innocence? Ginger, I know the ball is going to drop in a couple of hours, but my balls dropped years ago. Innocence is in the rearview mirror for most of us, no?
You can reclaim it, my friend. But to reclaim one's innocence, one must first lose their innocence. So gather round, kids, and snuggle up tight, because Little Ginger's going to tell you about his first time. I like to joke that my blue felt came from a Walmart outside of Duluth, and googly eyes from the Michaels across the mini-mall. But none of that is actually true. I came from a store, Chad's Puppets. There I was, on display, and in walks this red-headed guy, tall and ridiculously handsome. The kind of handsome that's almost hard to look at for too long, you know? Like staring at the sun. He had sturdy pectorals, looked like a good dancer, you get the picture. And he comes in and he's eating a bag of Cheetos. You know Cheetos? Oh, forgot who I was talking to. You don't strike me as a Cheetos eater. How do I make this relatable? Oh, I know. It's like certified organic vegan angel farts. Tall, are those keto? Anyway, in Duluth, it's Cheetos. And listen, if you have eaten a Cheeto in the last month or two, go ahead and find somebody who loves you and share your shame. It will be liberating. But not now. I'm talking now. So this handsome dude, Miz or something he's called, he waltzes in, hands covered in Cheeto powder, like bright orange carcinogenic cocaine. He walks up to the counter, points at me up on the shelf and says, "Hey, can I try that on?" And I turned to Chad and said, "No fucking way, Chad. Do I look like a tank top?" He's not trying me on. Look at his hands. Gross. And then this handsome fella, he looks me directly in the eyes, and I could see that he was a sweet, sweet soul. And he says to me, 3 words I'll never forget. He said, "I'll be gentle." And I felt somewhere within me that this was a moment, you know? That this moment would change my life forever if I let it. You ever feel that? You ever just surrender to a scary moment because something you can't explain is propelling you or pulling you? I was scared, but I also never felt so alive. I said, "You wash that shit off your hands, buddy, and I'm yours." So he washed up and then ever so gently placed his fingers inside me. And I'm not going to lie, it felt good. Still does, every single show. Oh God. Oh God. I just had a little orgasm. It's the truth. Look, it's real complex in here. There's a lot of nerve endings and some stuffing. So Miz put me on, and it was magic from the first moment. It was a bond that was meant to be. Like we were each one half of something separately, and then finally whole. We both had found our purpose. Okay, but here's the thing. When he took his hand out of me for the first time, I cried. I had never felt so alone. It broke my heart. That separation, that feeling of aloneness, it felt like a little death. Innocence, you see, childhood innocence, is going through life under the false impression that nothing truly meaningful can ever be taken away. And when it does, that feels like everything was taken. And we close up just like Elmo's tight little butthole. Every time the hand comes out, it hurts, because I'm afraid it will be the last time. But I can't let the fear win. I'm choosing to trust that the hand will return. Instead of remembering the pain of loss, I'm leaning into the promise of more joy, laughter, and connection. Some of you out there have lost somebody this year, and I know personally how that stings. And it takes time, but in time we can all open to love even more fully and more deeply than we did before, no matter the loss, All of us have lost our innocence along the way, either by losing something sacred within us or losing something sacred to us. But we learn to reclaim our innocence over and over and over again. We let the loss consume us completely until nothing remains. We arise as innocent newborns from the ashes. At least I think that's how it goes. I read that on a Tulsi teabag wrapper, and the writing is super small. You all have reflected on 2024, determined what you're letting go of, and have set intentions for what you're living into in 2025. And if you haven't done that, push pause now and go do that shit. What kind of hippie are you anyway? But it's 2025, kids. Halfway through this dumpster fire of a decade. In this New Year portal, you get to choose again who you will become. Will you let the hand of joy back in? Or will you lay there lifeless like this? Boring. This is the year. We learn to laugh at our mistakes, although it feels our life's at stake. We're just kids who need not be good to get attention, because we are goodness, imperfect perfection. Let us reawaken wonder and play. Let it through, come what may. Raucous laugh, tender tear, excited shout, orgasmic cheer. Oh God, that was good. Let it out, because after all of this is just a puppet show. Don't forget to push subscribe. Shalom.